Well, hello again. Just gonna roll out some blitz chess again here, just to try to get back in the swing of things. Get myself over 2,500 with a win here would be very nice, and recover from the stream of yesterday. Now, when I've just introduced everything, I'm gonna try to explain the chess stuff that's going on a little bit more than I generally do, because I normally like panic and swear and do all this madness. So I'm going to be a more refined Simon today. That's the idea anyway. Okay, so it started off with a King's Indian defense, and my opponent has played c5 rather than e5 in this line. Now he's gone for some kind of Benko like idea, and that makes a lot of sense with the setup of his pieces. So I'm going to take this one and just try to play some plan with f4 and get my own sort of play in the centre. Now, if you're ever worried about the Benko and you don't want to, go down the scary lines, then b6 is a way you can play. Now, I'm not going to do that here. I'm not so worried about the Benko. Let's just get my pieces out. It's a pawn after all. And now it looks like I'm quite well positioned just to castle quickly. And this idea my opponent's played with b5 is aiming to give him counterplay along the A and B files. So that's clearly his idea. And in the meantime, I want to keep an eye on my queen side, but also, I think, come forwards a bit on the king side and in the centre. Can I even go e5 now? Probably not, because his queen is defending the e5 square. So if I go pawn here, he'll take this one. So I'm just going to move my queen back here now that I've covered g3. And the kind of setup you want to go for against the Benko. Okay, my opponents keep finding ideas. That's a good move to hit c4. And again, when you've sacked a pawn like my opponent has, I think he's playing quite well, because, whoa, what happened there? Disappeared. Because he's keep finding moves to keep the initiative going. And again, he's hitting out with another aggressive move there. Okay, right. So what should I do here? G5, or do I think I'll take this one. Open things up a little bit. Probably helps my opponent as well. And now I'm going to try and make it a bit difficult for him to go d5. That's the move that I think my opponent wants to play. d5, d4, this kind of thing. On the other hand, my king is now, I'm not sure if I should have played g4. It kind of feels like I've exposed my king a little bit here. I've got to get over the curse of the first game. And I'm just going to play like I normally do until I lose 2 games. I promise you guys I will get back with some more educational stuff at some point. Maybe some more tactics training. And I'll do an opening rundown as well. But it's fun after a little break just to get some blitz going, isn't it? And I think my opponent's he's playing pretty well here. Now, that move means he has to sacrifice more pieces after knight d2. I'm not entirely sure my opponent should have done that. I mean, he didn't need to throw more wood on the fire here. And he's going to come with d5. I'm going to meet that with e5. Now, can I go here? Of course, when you're material up, you want to exchange queens off. So I'm threatening a check here. And I want to go queen b7 or queen b5. If I get the queens off the board, I should be quite easily winning, because the only slight problem is if you imagine his king gets behind my pawns here, or I lose more pawn protection, then it's going to be bad. So this though looks very good for me, because after queen here, I'm threatening the queen, threatening here, and now the queens are off. As long as I don't do something stupid, that wouldn't be like me, would it? Then this should be easily winning. Now, well, oh no, don't go there. Don't do something stupid, and I'm about to go rook d7, losing a rook. You bloody idiot. Okay, so don't do anything silly and don't lose on time. 2 key things here, and should. Okay, well, I've given him a bit more play than I would have wanted here. A little bit more play. I just want to get rid of one of his last scary pawns there. Got a bloody check, hasn't he? I'm making this more difficult than I should be. Okay, but it must be winning. My rook here and everything else going on. Easily winning with my A pawn as well. But okay, I'm still making this a little bit more tricky than I should have. I certainly. Okay, I'm just going to try to swap some things off now. Rook takes here, get into an ending, keep it simple. Oh, bishop there, check. Annoying. And now he takes there. For fuck's sake, Simon. What are you doing, you bloody moron? Okay, come on. Get my rook to the back rank. Finish this game off. Right, well, I'm now time. And we know how quick I am. Not. Okay, well, I'm up on time. And my positions should still be winning. I've just made it incredibly more difficult for myself. So, I'm going to just try. I'm just going to move about a little bit, gain a bit of time. Got an idea. I'm going to try zigzag him. Then get my king around. I really need to hit this pawn, actually. Well, oh my god! Oh, did I just take that without thinking? That was just like I wasn't even thinking now. I just like did the nearest king move I had without even thinking and just fell into a stalemate there. God, stalemate! What an idiot! Always drama in my games. Always drama, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna have to get used to dealing with this time thing a lot better now. Okay, anyway, I didn't lose. Into a Dutch defence. Now, I always find one way to deal with a bishop to g5 move earlier on is to play knight e4 quickly. Now, I've wondered about this pawn kind of sacrifice idea a number of times. Just because, okay, I'll give up a pawn, but now the f-file is open. It makes it a little bit harder for my opponent to castle. So I'm wondering if I can use this. And, you know, the extra pawn my opponent has is not a great pawn. Now, I could give up another pawn and allow a check here. Let's not bother. Let's just try to go for e5 in standard Dutch fashion. And, again, his extra pawn here really doesn't worry me. Because it's a shit pawn. And I've got my nice pawn on e5, which I would feel is more important. My knight is heading around to a decent square like g4. So... should be okay for me, this kind of position here. Well, I'm going to try to hold up b4 expansion. I say okay, it's certainly not more than okay. I mean, I don't think I should be better here at all, because it is a pawn at the end of the day. But I mean, it's not bad either. Okay, so maybe b6 next. I really want to try to stop this one. And my knight has not found actually a good square. I probably should have tried to get it to c5. Now he's going to go a3 and b4. So I'm going to get rid of these knights here. And yes, he can swap off all the rooks if he so wishes. And again, a move like h4 from me would, I think, help my position because I get the f4 square, which is a useful square here. So obviously my opponent has stopped that, and now I've got the g4 square for my bishop. And again, because all of my opponent's pawns are on light squares here, the endings are not that great for him, I don't feel. But he is a pawn up, so I maybe haven't also made best use of this that I could. And now he's going to go for these exchanges. We're going to get a bit of a boring ending, I'm afraid, guys. It does occasionally happen. And I'm just going to have to... well, going for a bishop exchange as well. Haven't really got much choice, have I? Didn't really want to exchange bishops. Okay, well, if he takes there, I'll take with the pawn. Let's see how that is. Let's do this. So he's going to now come this side. Okay, I can keep the bishops on now, keep a bit of tension in the position. And let's see if somehow... well, the thing is, I've always got to stop this queen g5 check. So I think this is not actually that... this is a lot harder than I want it to be. Because I've got to kind of just sit here and wait now. Fuck's sake. Why am I playing so badly? Okay, and again, I'm 30 seconds down on the clock, so I'm just going to have to sit here and wait. And hope I can hold off. And I'm not worried about my opponent exchanging pieces. Generally trying to help me. And one thing I can do to try and win would be to get my queen in on the king side, now that he's put his queen over here. So that's my one winning attempt. Somehow get my queen over to try to pick off some pawns over on the king side. Now my opponent is quite low rated, I have to say. He's only what is he? 2-3, 2-3-4-1. So he does indeed have a low rating, but he seems to be playing pretty decent here. Now, can I play extremely risky and race with my king? There's a check here, and then come here. There's a check here. Then he takes this one. So I've got to come backwards. I didn't really want to come backwards because any winning opportunities I have are going to be diminished. Actually, a queen exchange here is not that bad. Even though I'm a pawn down, because all my pawns are on dart squares and the light square bishops are on the board, I really should not have any problem. In actual fact, if anyone's got to be careful in this position, it's him, because look at his pawns. They're on light squares. He's going to run out moves, and it looks to me like I'm now picking up a pawn. So in actual fact, this ending is very good for me. Again, like I said, that extra pawn really wasn't such a big deal. Sometimes, you know, people over worry about those pawns. Okay, so the next thing to do is to try and pick off his pawns on the light squares one by one. Now that one is the next one I'm going to pick off. And again, he should not have swapped queens. It's a very bad judgment call from my opponent. And my plan now is to, okay, try to pick off his pawns one by one and use my g-pawn. Maybe get my king around to this area of the board. But first thing first, let's get my pawn to g5. And I think the next plan will be, well, I could go this way first, see if he's going to let me get my king around here. Somehow doubt he will. Got to be careful of the clock. Right, forget all bloody plans, just play quick. Forget everything I've said, quick, quick, quick. And now I want to get in with my king. Zugzwang is what I'm trying to do here. And not easy to win, is it? I'm trying to force his king to... Okay, that's a pawn. Play quicker, Simon. Really am quite slow. Again! Unbelievable! Did I... Oh, my words. 2 stalemates in a row. What the fuck is going on? Can you believe it? 2 stalemates. That's just insane. I've never ever seen that. I've never stalemated my opponent twice in 2 games. I'm such a bloody beginner. I mean, okay. I mean, at the end of that, I mean, there's no point. There's no point trying to work out what was going on and who was better there. Well, I mean, who was better? I'm 2 queens up there. I just, because you know how I get when I'm short of time, and I'm trying to get you. And look at his time as well. Jesus, look at his time. He had 0.00.1 seconds. And that's simply unbelievable there. Why am I keep playing? Okay, I'm gonna have to change my settings here. It's really annoying that they bounce up and down like this, and you can see now I've got to play someone a lot lower rated that's not going to do any good to me if I win. But okay, let's try that. Let's try and have a fun game and avoid stalemating. Maybe that should be my challenge of the day. My challenge of the day, which I obviously didn't actually want it to be the challenge of the day, is to stalemate my opponent in every game. But it's not actually intentional. If it was intentional, it'd be really bloody clever. But as it's not intentional, it's actually just completely ridiculous. I've done 3 stalemates now. It'd be nice to... Can I remember how to checkmate? I've been, again, away for a little bit from the blitz. I should be able to remember how to checkmate. Come on. Okay, anyway. Back to this game. So my opponent's played like kind of black lion setup. But he allowed me to get my G-pawn very quickly up the board. Now, you may be thinking, why did I sack a G-pawn here? It's simply so that I can get these threats of rook takes G6 for the rest of the game. You know, just keep having this idea in the air. And it's going to make it a bit harder for him to castle. You can see his development's a little bit strange, maybe, in this position as well. Okay, God, 3 in a row. I'm still like, you know, quite shocked by that. I probably should have gone. I should have gone D5 there actually, because now I'm allowing his knight into C4. I don't really want to. I probably after knight C4, maybe I can go bishop C1, threatening D5. But I'm quite happy with my opening here. Development, all my pieces developed. He's got these 3 pieces over here. It's only cost me 1 pawn to clog up. One of my favourite words, discombobulate. What an excellent word that is, to discombobulate my opponent's king side. And I've played this move D5 to try to split his board into 2. He's had to now move his knight back. I'm going to use arse, because now I have ideas at A6 when C6 will be weakened. So he's had to stop that one. Now, can I manoeuvre my pieces to better squares? Well, my knight is not doing much there, so I'm going to try to move it around to C4, which looks like a much more active square. He's a bloody greedy so-and-so, isn't he? I mean, look at that. Look at that greedy move. Killing Harry in the process. And now he's trying to close it down because he's weeing his pants. And, well, you should wee your pants, sir. You should wee them big style. Now, okay, right, so what plans do I have here? Well, actually, it makes a lot of sense to open up the B file. Yes, he's 2 pawns up now. But I think he's got still some major development problems, and I was just wondering what area of the board. I thought I had rook G4 here. Do I not have a way? Okay, there goes another pawn. Am I worried about pawns? Well, you know, I probably should be, shouldn't I? Okay, well, bishop here, my knight drops, which is annoying. Okay, still, I still don't think this is, like, that bad for me, funnily enough. I mean, people may disagree, but I don't know. Is it that bad for me, this position? Is it? Is it that bad? I don't know. I don't know. Bishop takes here is a fucker, isn't it? Bishop takes D5. He's gone queen takes. Now, it just seems like my pieces are so active here. I was a bit more worried about him going bishop takes. Now, even endings are not like completely disastrous for me here. I actually think this is quite a clever move, Queen A1, because I want to have the option of going, oh, my fucking rook. Jesus, what am I playing at? Playing like, oh, thank God for that. I mean, that is like one turnaround of blunders we've just seen there from... And that's probably why my opponent is rated a little bit lower than he should be. God, what an awful game. I should probably respect my opponents a bit more than... Well, I do respect him, but just my plans backfired. Now, knight b6, he's taken his rook. Can I do anything about that? Can't see anything at the moment. So, still a game to be won here, actually. Fucking hell, my time. Jeez. Come on, let's play quick. Let's play quick now. And I've got to play quick. Gotta play quick. Is it gonna be? I can't do another stalemate here. This position is literally impossible to get stalemate in. I mean, I should be like, this should be game over. Somehow it's got to be game over. Surely, his king is running the walk of death. He's got queen here though. Should have gone rook g3 to check him on f3, shouldn't I? That would have been a much better way of doing this. Okay, so he's checked me. Where's he going to go now? I think queen f4 is the move I'm not happy about. Now he's gone here, right? Okay, so let's give him a check first. Try to keep his king running rather mental game going on here. Actually, now my king is looking like it's not really over the moon, is it? Fuck, it's not. He could have mated me. God, what is wrong with me today? And now it's mate again. Jesus. Fucking hell. Oh, there. Oh, I've rematched him. I don't want to rematch him. Oh, why am I rematching him again? One of these days I'll play some happy blitz. I always lose these low-rated players. Okay, this time I'm going to win this one as quickly as I can. And then try to play. Because all the rating damage it does to me is just like... is horrible. I mean, that last game I should have been doing very well. But I got myself in a bit of a cabuggle there. Panicked a little bit, I think. So, what lessons am I learning? Do not get short of time is like the key lesson. Basically, just don't get short of time. Now, my opponent's playing variation, which I've had many times before, this kind of stuff, and it doesn't scare me at all because I get my typical playing Queen H5 and attack. Now, that move, again, is not a move that's going to scare me. He's going for a control of this square, but surely his king is in more danger than whatever he's trying to do here. So he has a check here with his queen. Do I worry about that? I don't think so. I think I should go here, threatening bishop takes g5 and checkmate. It's only one check, so let's just win a pawn. Simple chess. Simple chess, and he has to open up his king. So yeah, like I said, I want to win this one quickly. You can check and take here, but my piece is over on the king side. Look, a lot more concerning. There's a little trick here. If f3, I've got pawn takes g3, and my bishop can pop into e3. So that would not be a good idea on his part, and he's eliminated this one. But now he's really just a pawn down now, and it's an important pawn because his king is weak. I've got rook d8 coming, maybe even f3 or pawn takes pawn. So again, I'm getting good positions as usual. Get good positions, but I can't seem to put them away. Okay, I'm going to clarify. My head is going to be clear after this game. Clarify the head. And as long as I don't mess up here, this really should be okay. Now, okay, so he's gone for... Okay, I've got to watch if rook takes, he maybe had bishop c1. Now, even that might be okay for me, but there's absolutely no point in complicating this position when I'm a pawn up and his king is weak. It certainly is weak. So I want to keep the queens on the board because his king is weaker than my king. And maybe I'll go rook e8 next. Or I can... Let's force his queen away first of all. I want to kick this queen around. And I think it has to go to d5. Then my rook comes flying in here. So this is certainly going to get very scary for him. Now, I think let's just put that one there. Because he has to go rook f2 then. He has no choice in the matter. Shit, yeah, queen takes f8, checkmate. Oh my words. God. Oh. See that? Queen takes f8 would have been checkmate. Oof. Oof. All this smooth play from me. And I just drop a one-move checkmate. Oof. Oh. Maybe I drank a little bit too much wine in the stream with Fiona yesterday. And that would have been my second loss. So that would have been stream over. Time to cry. Okay, now, again, his play is certainly not anything to be scared of. I had surely a number of good moves here. Bishop move, he's going to go bishop here. I mean, I don't know. Let's move my bishop somewhere. Try to create the pin on here. But okay, I mean, my idea of jumping in with my rook was clearly flawed. And now I might have to play some bloody ending. Okay, I'm going to have to play some ending now. Frustrating, definitely. And what's this ending like? Well, he's coming down here with his rook. Unless I play this one here. Not sure about this ending. I don't know. I mean, I do have two connected pass pawns, so let's push them. Should have gone bishop e4, actually. That would have been a much more sensible move. Put my bishop... Okay, now I get a chance to play it. I think this bishop e4 is a very important move. It stops his bishop getting in the game. And it also gives me good control of his king, and it controls his queening square. Now, I'm not sure what he's doing here. I really don't know. So, I mean, I could have pushed my pawns, but I'm trying to play a bit more like, well, this is not the quick win I wanted, clearly. Okay, now he's forcing an exchange of rooks, or trying to, but we're not going to allow that, and it should be time to push his pawn now. And I've got mating threats. Oh, he's got rook takes. What the fuck am I doing? Jesus, rook takes bishop and king takes rook. But kind of unbelievable some of the shit I'm falling into today. I mean, really shocking myself at the moment. Which, you know, it's quite worrying when you shock yourself with your own crapivity. Oh, that's particularly great English. Crapivity. No, I don't think that's very good English. Okay, now, I mean, I've given him enough chances now. I'm not giving him any more. Well, he's got rook here, threatening mate. Shit, he found it, bastard. Motherfucker. Let's stop him doing that for now. But now his king comes in. Oh, I think this is like, I think I've just had enough today. I mean, I think I've literally had enough of playing, because this is really not enjoying this game because of my awful play. Okay. Well, okay. I mean, that was probably one of the worst 3-minute games I've played, literally, for a long time. So, I don't know. I mean, I was in trouble at the end there as well with his king coming down. Very bad play from me. Very, very bad play. Let's see if I can just get a couple of wins against some decent players. I'm gonna now search for see if I can get anyone else to play. Quite a cute checkmate there, but that was a pretty appalling game by even my standards. And I've had a couple in my life, a couple of bad games, shall we say, and that was certainly one of them. Okay, well let's see who's online. I'm still rated number 6 of the people online, which surprises me. And my rating, as you can see, has been a little bit free fall. Now I'm going to get rolling. Now I feel like now I've got the shit out of the system. Now I'm going to start playing. So I'm just sending some challenges out and see if anyone wants to give me a game. GM Joey, come on, GM Joey. You know you want to. Okay, who have we got here? We got someone from Argentina. Okay, as soon as I go G6, you know what I do. I go H4. And this is really the Harry attack, and we all know about it. And I also already think my opponent's second move, Bishop G7, is a mistake. Now, I think I've played this guy before. I have to say, his opening, he's really... I mean, why Queen B6? Queen B6 looks like an atrocious move to me. Doesn't it? I mean, and why knight H6? Well, why is the knight on this awful square? As long as I stop his knight coming to G4. This I don't understand my opponent's opening play here. Because he's going to run out of moves soon. He probably has to go knight D7. But he can't castle because I take on G6. Well, he can play that move if he so wishes. And he's hoping... Well, I mean, he's hoping I take here so he takes on B2. But a move like A4, A5, trying to kick his silly queen away. And now... Who in their right minds would place their pieces like this? No one in their right mind is the answer. Not a single soul. Okay, his bishop is crap, his knight is crap. How am I going to take advantage of this? I would like to maybe maneuver my knight to C4, but E6 is really where I want to get my knight to. So H6, maybe I could have flicked him, but I don't want to give up Harry so easily. And like I said, I'm going for a strategy, move my knight to E3, which he's allowing. But I think an exchange of light square bishops will weaken his squares. Well, the way I'm playing this, it's actually a positional idea. His bishop, look at his bishop. His bishop is an absolute pile of diddly-doo-dah crap on G7. That's not a bishop, that's a pawn. So the way I'm trying to play this is to come in on the light square. So I've got F5 now for one knight, but... Positionally speaking, knight F5, can you go E6? Well, maybe he will play e6. So if he goes e6 now, I can take, and I've got the d5 square. As long as I stop him going f5, which I can always go g4 or something. I'm not going to swap queens quite yet with queen g4. So what is he even trying to achieve here? I don't know. I really should be trying to punish this guy soon, shouldn't I? Okay, let's stick my knight there. I mean, that's where I wanted it. I mean, what the hell is he doing? I'm coming for him now. I've enough of his diddly whatever the bloody hell he's doing. This ridiculous play that he's playing. He's either completely clueless or mad. I don't know. And now he's finding it very hard to move. He's actually getting in a position. Well, that is a great move, mate. Brilliant move. Yeah, obviously he kind of lost the plot there. He doesn't want to play anymore because he realises he is top form at the moment. Well, I've played worse than that, haven't I? I've played a lot worse games than that, and probably the game previous to that was pretty diabolical, wasn't it? Okay, well, we have another game straight away, and still haven't lost my second game, even though I've offered checkmate in ones. I've had 2 stalemates. I mean, what the unbelievable. Okay, so who am I playing now? I'm playing NM Smetana from America, the land of the true, the land of the righteous, and the land of Trump. And my opponent's playing the Courtyard variation with G4, and this is actually a variation which I recommend and have played myself. So this H3 G4. Now I don't like taking on G4 because it opens up a bit like the Benko stuff I was telling you about before. These Benko-y lines. But I think as long as you don't take that pawn on G4, black should be at least equal. And I know this because I've played this kind of crap myself with both colours. And the important thing to do here is shove that knight onto that juicy square there. Look at that for a juicy square. That is the juicy of the juicies. Pretty juicy. And, well, whose king is weaker in these types of positions? It depends if he gets castled. This is why I've gone c5. I want to try to open up lines. Now, if he takes with the e pawn, he's weak on the e5. If he takes with the c pawn, he's going to be weak there. Okay, well, that is one juicy e-file. So I'm going to move my rook on that e-file and try and get some kind of touchdown on that square. Now, do I even take this bishop off? Let's take that one off. Simplify a little bit. Because, again, my play on the e-file is what I'm hoping to be a major problem for him. If he moves the queen now, I move my knight as checkmate on e2. And my next move is going to be something like f4. Because my bishop... Well, I don't want to put it on d7. Why would I want to put it on d7? My bishop wants to come now to h3 or to f5. So he's stopping it coming to h3 for the time being. But that does drop him a pawn. Should I have taken that one? I'm not convinced I should have taken that one, actually. Okay, well, he's giving me a second chance. I'm going to come back with my knight now. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that one, because I'm thinking he should have taken on g5 and gone knight f3. Still here, it's a very murky position. That's a good move, because I now maybe have to take here, and I don't want to lose my knight blockading. Okay, right, well, I'm not sure about my position anymore. Really not that sure. Now, rook e1, do I have some tricks with bishop h3 check? You've got to prepare these tricks in advance. Queen b3 was a good move. Well, now I'm going to try to get my queen to g3 and just over-defend everything. I was worried about some tricks with knight g5, but it's not working now. Okay, right, so... let's rethink. If I check, he comes here. Now, how do I do this? This is where I wanted to put my bishop originally. Now that I've covered d5 and my queen, that's where I'm going to put my bishop. And that is the best square for my bishop. Guardian h7. And ideas now, in some positions of... well, can I take on d2 here? How's this going to end out? Let's see what happens. Why not? I mean, I don't see a reason why I can't just simply do that, attacking his queen. Bishop takes here. Well, I take his queen. He can take here. I think it's just tricks which my opponent has got there, to be honest. Nothing too scary. Now here, well, I'm going to take his queen. I don't even see what his next move is here. That move, not terrifying. Not terrifying. As long as I don't get tricked. I want to cover this file, stop knight h6. He's got to go king f1 or king f3. But then I'm hoping this will start exchanging pieces. And remember, don't take with the queen on g6 because I'm covering knight e7, so I can even take with the queen. You know, this is what have I got? Well, he's only got a bishop for a queen, so this is just rubbish that he's doing here. Don't know what that last move. He just doesn't like pieces. This guy, he just doesn't like him. He's like, no, I don't want him. Don't want my pieces today. You can have him. Okay, right. So I'm going to go for e4 and opponent French. He plays my openings. This guy maybe. And now I'm going to show you another gambit line which I sometimes play against the French. And this one's a great gambit for club players. You just go here and here, and you leave this pawn on pre. And the idea is to castle queenside quickly, so you can get a lot of fun by castling queenside. And on the other hand, you get this type of structure where, yeah, my bishop on b2 is a bit, it's not a great piece, let's say, but I do get my e and f pawns to quite nice squares, so it's kind of double-edged kind of thing. So well, what about here? Because he's pushing Harry, he's using Harry against me, so I want this square for my knight, and that looks very weakening because now I have this lovely square here. He's got knight takes this pawn here. He could have done that maybe. If I go here, can he take there? No. So let's do that. This kind of move where Harry wants to go back to h6. So if I go knight takes, so I think he will take here. I mean, originally I wasn't that worried about opening up the e file. You know what? I'm going to let him do it. I'm not that concerned. He can take here. He can win a pawn, but I get some quick development. Bishop here. I've got c3 coming, and I can try to open up my bishop. c3 is a key move to play because otherwise my bishop is going to be dying for a long time, and bishop h5 is my other idea of this. And now let's put that there because now my queen can come over to h5. Quite an interesting position. If he castles, queen h5 is certainly coming. And my next move I think is c3. I'm going to try and get my pieces in. Now what about this? What about this move? This is very weird position, isn't it? I mean, what the hell's going on here? Really weird position. I haven't got c3, and he wants to move his knight now. He wants to move his knight because then his rook is going to be... I've got knight h7 winning the exchange, but I kind of like... I don't really want to do this move because, you know, that nearly traps his queen. The reason I don't want to do this is because I quite like my knight. My knight was one of my better pieces, but I don't see any other option, and at least I can go material up now. And again, I really got to get the c3 move in. Okay, well, it's been long enough now, so I'm going to have to play this. And if I can get my dark square bishop in, it hasn't got an opposing bishop to fight against, so that will be nice. So I've got another options of checking here, but first of all, why not castle? Why not? Let's castle. Now rook h8. Okay, so he's opening me up a little bit over there. Good plan. Do I take that one or do I go here? Let's take that one because at some point is knight to g4. I want to stop that knight coming to g4. And we now see one of the issues with my play. That's a good move my opponent played now. If bishop takes rook here, I'm going to have to lose this bishop. And hope I get enough counterplay here. Okay, right. So let's see. Not sure about this because he's even got g5 coming in. I've got serious problems on the g file. Well, like I said before, it's about this dark square bishop often, and at least now I get it in the game. He's got queen over there though. That's a scary looking square. No mate against my king. There's no checks yet, so I've got to get my own threats going very quickly here. Got to keep going with my own threats here, but I'm certainly losing faith in my position here. Okay, well, I'll give him a check, see where he puts the king first, and now I want to try to get my queen into the position, but he's got queen takes pawn now. And shit is the right word. Everything's dropping now. My whole position just crumbles after that move. Pretty bad blitz session for me there. It can take me a while to find my mojo again. The mojo riding, and I can't get it riding. I mean, this is all gone now. I'll play on a little bit, but with knight g4, so many pieces attacking me. It's really terrible. Now, is he going to mate me? Is he going to mate me? Queen g3 check. What a sexy mate that is. Oh, yeah. We like that one. Go for it, baby. Go for it. Yeah. We'll let him do that because he deserved that one. He deserved that one. There you go. That was a nice mate. Okay, I'll play one more game. I know I've lost two, but we should play a decider between us two. Let's see if I can at least win this decider and come back to fight another day. Now, not really sure what opening this is my opponent's playing, so I'm just going to play sensible-ish moves. I say that, I'm probably going to go mental soon. Yeah, I'm going to go mental now, aren't I? Okay, and I don't like accepting gambits. I like to be the player gambiting. That last game I really should have won as well. I mean, you can tell on a better day I would have won that one. But I'm just going for maximum development here, a bit like a king's gambit. I want to maybe even give my knight up on f2 and go bishop here. So my opponent playing, wow, that's not in a very fun way. We're just trying to swap queens off. That's no fun, is it? So, okay, so he's trying to swap queens off, something like bishop here. Now, if he goes bishop there, what's happening? Again, I could swap queens off, but I think my opponent knows me, and he's like, Simon won't swap queens off. He just won't, even though he should. And I really should, because h3 is coming. But I'm not going to. I'm going to try and hope and get... I'm hoping to get adequate counterplay. Maybe, okay, let's now... Now, I could take on f2 first, but I got knight here coming, trying to trap his queen. That looks like the best way to create some chaos. So my knight is coming straight to d4. Yeah, it cost me a piece, but his queen is on d5. So I'm hoping that gives me good compensation. Again, I'm not too worried about material here because I've got a lot of development. I've got a lot of open files. And with this move, I'm threatening c6, trapping his queen. His queen, I don't know how his queen gets out of this situation. This is what I had intended. Just the simply c6 move. Can he go? Oh, you can go g6. That's annoying. g6 with queen here as a get out way. If he fight g6 is the only move, so he has to find it. He will find it if he has to. Now, if he goes g6, do I have? Well, I can pick up. It's gone g6. Bastards. You still don't want him to find the moves, do you? Now, okay. Should we go for glory? Now, I could pick up some material here, but I'm going to keep my attitude of quick development. So bishop e6, castles queenside. I could have gone knight c2, of course, but I don't want to do that. I'm going for quick development. Now, I've got an idea. Knight c2, check. And I could have even castled kingside crazily in that last position. But knight c2 is my main idea here. Knight c2 followed by some big check. Right, so he stopped that one. Now, he's hot. Yeah, that's annoying. Annoying. Now, wow. Castles looks very risky, but I've decided to play a risky game here. And yeah, bishop that's kind of stumped my plans now. I mean, that bishop d3 move has kind of put me in a little bit of position. But I got rook b8 now. Again, trying to trap his queen. Rook b8. And will his queen find a way out there? But he goes here and tries to sneak out this way. Is he sneaking out? I know I'm a piece down here. It doesn't concern me too much. Let's first of all take this one to stop him castling queenside. I'm trying to do two things here. I'm trying to stop him castling, and I'm also trying to trap his queen. And now if he takes the knight, I can take with my pawn, and okay, this is a problem for him. So he's trying to kick my bishop away. And I think now it's time to try to bring my rook somewhere on the b file if I can. I say that again. I would have not played. I would have played a better move than that on another day, because I kind of feel here my rook, of course, wants to be on d8. So this is again not the best way I could have played this, as we can see. Right. Okay. So I am a piece down. I still feel this is compensation. Maybe I'm being too optimistic. So if I can hit this with my queen, try to get my pieces in. Let's keep trying, because okay, I'm going to hit the bishop, try to get my queen in. So he's guarding that with his own queen. He's got this square. My pieces are struggling to find his way in, and I'm getting short of time. Okay. Right, I'm going to go in hustle mode now. This is going to round off maybe a bad day if I lose this one. Quite an imaginative game, but of course I've missed plenty of opportunities in this game. I mean, why don't I even take on f3 there? You know, I'm playing really some very, very bad moves today. 2 stalemates. You know, when you have 2 stalemates, you kind of should feel that it might not be your day. It might not be. You might sort of be the day you should turn the computer off day. When you have 2 stalemates. Okay, right. Well, I'm creating chaos. And my opponent is dealing with the chaos in a very good way, actually. Oh shit, he takes there an h8. It's always about this bloody f8 rook. I might have to resign, but I'm going to try to hustle him on time. My position is resignable, but the only way I can try to win this is on time. So, which I haven't done in my maybe my life, winning on time. So what's going on here? Come on. He's taking his time, isn't he? Is he more of a panicker than me? Is he more of a panicker than me? What's he doing? Completely freaked out there, isn't he? My words, I've never seen anyone freak out like that. God. Well, as people are saying in the chat now, dirty. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I've no idea what happened there. My opponent's saying, wow, I don't know, maybe he's a bit annoyed. So, I mean, I can't apologise. I mean, that last checkmate my opponent did was a lovely checkmate. That was a beautiful checkmate. All credit to my opponent, I have to say. Sometimes you've got to say, hats off, nice one. Even if you just say it through gritted teeth. Hats off, nice one. And I mean, I wonder if I could bring that game up in the archive. Let's see, because that was a lovely finish that my opponent did there. I mean, God, I've really got to. I mean, considering how much the amount of things I do on chess.com, I should really learn how to actually work the system. How does it work? What does it do? Games? Is it games? Maybe this one. Learn. I don't want to look at anyone else's games. Thank you. No, I'm not interested in any of you guys. I don't care. I want my own games. Can we get the archive up? Can we get? Okay. Well, I have to say, you know what? I'm gonna play my opponent one more time, because that last game was so dirty. I should stop now. If he wants to play, I'm giving him a challenge, because people are basically saying, we know you should have won that one. We know you don't. You know you should have won. It was your game. It was your game. So I'm offering him another game, just so I can try to win this little mini series fair and square. And while I see if he does want a game, which looks like he doesn't, maybe he's having a little cry in the corner at the moment. Just gonna make in archive. That must be the one we're doing. And let's have a look at the checkmate my opponent did there, because that was, let's just say, a very nice checkmate, wasn't it? I mean, look at this. Rook here, knight g4, beautiful checkmate. I'm lost here, so I might as well go out in style. It's better to burn out than fade away. That's what I reckon. No one wants to fade away. Better to burn out in style. Burn, baby, burn. And that allows a beautiful checkmate, because if my opponent plays something like knight takes h2 here, well, if he does a move like that, I've got queen e7 check, and I'm actually mating him. I'm threatening queen e7 check and queen f8 mate. So very nice checkmate. Queen g3 check. Boom. That's a really nice checkmate. I can't block it because this bishop is like the most powerful bishop in the world. I've also got queen f8 checkmate in one move. I'm still going crazy. So I have to take that queen, and then it's a kaplonk. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, you ginger bastard. Well, thank you for watching that. I'm going to slowly get my mojo back. Don't worry, I will be back. I'm going to just now Might even go for a run, you know, try to get out some of the alcohol from yesterday. Rebuild a little bit. I'll be back with more videos. Remember, Fiona is streaming tomorrow for 12 hours. Can you believe it? 12 hours of streaming Fiona is doing tomorrow, which I'll be a part of. So tune into Fiona's channel. I don't even know what it is at the moment. So I'll try and let you know. I'll put a message up tomorrow morning on YouTube or something when I know what's going on. Or follow me on Twitter. That's another way of finding out as well. GingerGM, quite easy to do. Well, cheers for watching that. Give me suggestions what you want next. I think we'll do some kind of lesson next, shall we? Give you guys a little bit of info, some free help or something. I sometimes do this, but I do have a bit of a blitz addiction, as you. Cheers. Please like, please subscribe, all that crap.